Hi students. So in the previous class we have discussed with the situation 1, that is when the house is let out throughout the previous year and there is no unrealized rent and vacancy of the house. Okay, I think you have understood that situation 1, and today we are going to discuss with the situation 2, that is let out house, unrealized rent of the current previous year and the house is not vacant during the previous year. Okay, once you see let out house means nothing but the house is given for rent purpose. Okay, unrealized rent of the current previous year is there. Means what is the meaning of unrealized rent? Means here the owner, he is not receiving the rent for 1 or 2 months. Total in a year, previous year 12 months will be there. In 12 months, 1 or 2 months the owner is not receiving the rent and even that rent is not recoverable. Okay, then it is called as an unrealized rent. Have you understood? And there is no vacancy. It means what? Total 12 months, the tenant is there in the house. Okay, there is no vacancy. Okay, and what happened? Unrealized rent is there. If unrealized rent is there and let out, both are there, then how we have to do? Once you see this, first of all you see the rules. Okay, so unrealized rent, the amount of the rent that the owner or as SSC is unable to recover is known as unrealized rent. Nothing but the rent which the owner is unable to recover, that amount is known as unrealized rent here. Okay, next see the situation 2 rules. Okay, first here also we have to see that Rent Control Act not applicable and Rent Control Act applicable. Rent Control Act not applicable, Rent Control Act applicable. So here once you see first step same, calculating ERV which is higher of the following 2 amounts, MRV, FRV. Next step 2, calculating ARV. Okay, rent received plus rent receivable minus unrealized rent for the current year. Okay, step 3, calculating GAV which is higher of the following 2 amounts, ERV and ARV. Here ERV will be getting in first 2 and in step 2 ARV will be getting. So in these both we have to find the higher value, that will be the GAV. Okay, these rules in case of Rent Control Act not applicable. Next, Rent Control Act applicable. So when we can say that Rent Control Act applicable, if in the question standard rent is given, then we have to apply the rules Rent Control Act applicable. Okay, there is only one step difference between not applicable and applicable. Okay, see, calculating ERV which is higher of the following 2 amounts, MRV, FRV. Calculating adjusted ERV which is the least of the following 2 amounts, ERV and standard rent. Okay, ERV will be getting in first step. Okay, standard rent will be given in question. Next step 3, calculating ARV, rent received plus rent receivable minus unrealized rent for the current year. Okay, unrealized rent we have to deduct. Next step 4, calculating GAV which is higher of the following 2 amounts, A, adjusted ERV and B, ARV. Okay, these are the 4 steps in case of Rent Control Act applicable. Okay, so now regarding this situation we are going to see one example. Listen carefully. Even in that example I am going to explain about the interest also. So once you see the question here, Srimati Sonia Kurana is the owner of a house property which is let out for a residential purpose on a monthly rent of rupees 9,000. Okay, monthly rent, how much of rent she is receiving? 9,000. She has given for let out purpose. Municipal rental value is 7,500 per month and fair rental value is 6,500 per month. During the previous year, the tenant has not paid 1 month rent and proved to be irrecoverable. See this point During the previous year, the tenant has not paid 1 month rent. Okay, the tenant has not paid 1 month rent and it is also not recoverable also. So by this we can say that there is a unrealized rent. Afterwards, the construction of the house was commenced on 1/4/2017 and completed on 2/4/2017. Nothing but the house which she is constructed. So that house she has started constructing on 1/4/2017 and completed on 2/4/2019. Means 2 years time she has taken for completing that house. So for this purpose she borrowed 1,80,000 from HDFC on 1/4/2017 at rate of 12%. So what happened? She has for constructing that house, she has taken a loan from HDFC Bank, that is 1,80,000 at rate of 12% interest. So every year she has to pay the 12% interest. Okay, the interest due up to the date is paid on amount of principal. Okay, and no amount of principal is repaid. Nothing but from 2017. So she is paying only interest. She is not paying. She has not paid any principal amount. Okay. from 2 years, nothing but 2017 to 18, 18 to 19, and 19 to 20. Total 3 years. Okay, 3 years she is paying only interest, but till now she has not paid any principal amount. Her other expenses, insurance premium, we should not take it. Municipal tax 6,000 he has given, including 1,000 paid in advance for the next year. He has said. So this advance we have to deduct. Municipal tax 6,000 he has given. In this 6,000, she has paid 1,000 advance for the next year. So next this 1,000 we have to deduct. Next year amount we have to deduct here. And ground rent we should not consider. Compute income from house property for the current assessment year. Okay, so here first of all we have to observe that this question comes under which situation? Yes or no? So here the house is given for rent purpose, that is let out, and even there is a 1 month rent, not recovered rent is there. So it comes under unrealized rent. It comes under unrealized. Means situation 2. Situation 2. One is let out and another one is, what is the point here? Unrealized rent here. Unrealized rent is there. So it comes under situation 2 here. Okay, and one more point. After finding out which situation, next what we have to do? Next what we have to find whether it comes under Rent Control Act applicable or not applicable. So standard rent is there in this question? No, here we don't have a standard rent. So it comes under Rent Control Act not applicable. Rent Control Act not applicable. Okay. So ఈ క్వశ్చన్ చూసి మనం ఫస్ట్ ఏం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలమ్మా, ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఏ సిచ్యువేషన్ కిందకి వస్తుంది అనేది మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? సో ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ మనకున్న ఒక పాయింట్ ఏంది, హౌస్ రెంట్కి ఇచ్చారు. అవునా? హౌస్ రెంట్కి ఇవ్వడంలో లెట్ అవుట్ అని అర్థమైంది. ఇంకొక పాయింట్ ఏముంది అక్కడ, 1 month రెంట్ పే చేయలే, ఆ రెంట్ కూడా రీకవర్ కాదు అని ఇచ్చారు. సో దాన్ని బట్టి మనకి ఏం అర్థమవుతుంది, అన్రియలైజ్ రెంట్ ఉంది. సో లెట్ అవుట్ ఉంది, అన్రియలైజ్ రెంట్ ఉంది. సో సిచ్యువేషన్ 2 అని అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. సిచ్యువేషన్ 2 అని అర్థం చేసుకున్న తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ ఏముంది అక్కడ, ఏం చూసుకోవాలి, రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ నాట్ అప్లికబులా అని చూసుకోవాలి. సో స్టాండర్డ్ రెంట్ లేదు కాబట్టి రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ నాట్ అప్లికబుల్. పాయింట్ క్లియరా? సో సిచ్యువేషన్ 2లో రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ నాట్ అప్లికబుల్ రూల్స్ అప్లై చేయాలి GAV ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఫైండింగ్ అవుట్ GAV వీ హ్యావ్ టు అప్లై ద రూల్స్ రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ నాట్ అప్లికబుల్. Okay, so after this what we have to do, we have to calculate the interest. Why? Because she has taken a loan for constructing the house. Okay, she is paying the interest. And here one more point you have to remember, ma. After completing the house only, she has to give for rent purpose. Means 2017 and 18, 2018 and 19 she has paid the interest. There she has paid the interest, na? So in those 2 years she has not calculated the income from house property. Why? Because she is getting rent. She is getting rent from 2000 for the year 2019 and 20 only. So for her what happens, she will calculate income from house property only for that year. Clear? So here once you see interest calculation, I will explain with the working notes. Okay, so first of all here we will calculate the GAV. Okay, so how to calculate the GAV once you see here. Rent Control Act not applicable rules we have to apply. So calculating ERV, which is higher of the following 2 amounts, MRV and FRV. 7,500 per month he has given, so 7,500 into 12. Next FRV 6,500 into 12, so 90,000, 78,000. The higher value ERV will be the ERV is equal to how much? 90,000. Okay, next calculating ARV, rent for 12 months period. So per month how much of rent she is receiving? 9,000 into 12 months. First we have to calculate, minus 1 month rent is unrealized rent. 1 month rent she is not receiving, so that amount we have to deduct. So 1,08,000 minus 9,000, so 99,000. Next calculating GAV, which is higher of the following 2 amounts, ERV and ARV. ERV how much we got? 90,000, and ARV how much we got? 99,000. So the higher value will be GAV. Okay, GAV we got na. Next we'll see the interest on loan. So interest on loan konja jagrataga vinandam ikkada. So interest paid for the period prior to the completion of the construction is allowed as deduction in 5 equal installments. What is the meaning of this? Means see, pre-construction interest, nothing but before construction. If SSC is paying any interest, that interest should be given in 5 equal installments. 5 equal installments. Listen carefully. If SSC she is paying any interest before construction of the house, before construction of the house, that interest we have to divide into 5 equal installments. Okay, see, ఇక్కడ వినండి అమ్మా, ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ గురించి చెప్తున్నానండి. ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఎస్ఎస్సి తను ఇంకా కట్టలేదు, ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఇంటి కోసం లోన్ తీసుకుంది, దానికి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పే చేస్తుంది, ఇంకా ఇల్లు మాత్రం కంప్లీట్ కాలేదు. సో ఆ కంప్లీట్ కాని దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటాం, ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అంటాం. సో ఆ ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ని 5 ఈక్వల్ ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్స్ గా డిడక్షన్ ఇస్తాం. 5 ఈక్వల్ ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్స్ అంటే 5 పార్ట్స్ గా డివైడ్ చేసి డిడక్షన్ ఇవ్వాలన్నమాట. యాజ్ పర్ ఐటీ రూల్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి డివైడెడ్ 5 ఈక్వల్ ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్స్. ఓకే, so once you see it, so interest from 1/4/2017 to 31st March 2018. So she has taken loan on 1/4/2017. Okay, and the house is is completed in 2nd April 2019. Okay, 2nd April 2019. So here whether the house is completed or not, but she has to pay the interest na. So once you see 1/4/2017 to 31st March 2018. In this year, the house is not completed. Okay, on 1,80,000, she is paying 12% interest, that is 21,600. Again, on 1/4/2017 to 31st March 2019. In this period also, the house is not completed, but she has to pay the interest 1,80,000 into 12%, 21,600. Okay. Total interest is how much now? This is called as pre-construction interest, 43,200. Nothing but before construction, how much of interest she has paid to the bank? Okay, that is called pre-construction interest. Okay, this interest is allowed at deduction under 5 equal installments. At a time, the IT department, they won't give deduction. Okay, total amount they won't give this pre-construction deduction. So what they will do means they will divide into 5 equal parts, and for 5 years they will give this deduction 8,640. Okay, this is called as pre-construction interest. Okay, next, now what happened? The house is completed on 2nd April 2019. Later on she has given for rent purpose, so it comes under current year. So in current year also she has paid 1,80,000 into 12%. So this year what happened? She has given the house for rent purpose, and even she is paying the interest also, that is 21,600. So current year interest is how much? 21,600. Okay, this is current year interest and this is pre-construction interest. So now both we have to add 21,600 and 8,640. So 30,240 is interest on loan under deduction allowed under section 24B here. ఓకే, మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్తే జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి అమ్మా. సో ఇక్కడ ఆమె ఇల్లు కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ స్టార్ట్ చేసింది 2017, 1st April 2017లో, కంప్లీట్ అయ్యింది 2nd April 2019లో. అంటే 2 years వరకు ఇల్లు కంప్లీట్ కాలేదు. కానీ ఆమె తీసుకున్న లోన్ ఎప్పుడు తీసుకుంది? ఆమె 1/4/2017లో లోన్ తీసుకుంది. అవునా, లోన్కి అయితే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పే చేయాలి కదా ఆమె, ఇల్లు కంప్లీట్ అయినా కంప్లీట్ కాకపోయినా. సో 1 year, సో 2017 to 2018, 31st March 2018. సో ఆమె అక్కడ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఎంత పే చేసింది? 21,600 పే చేసింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ 1/4/2017 to 31st March 2019. సో మళ్ళీ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఎంత పే చేసింది? 21,600. సో మొత్తం బిఫోర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అంటే ఇల్లు కంప్లీట్ కాకముందు ఆమె పే చేసిన ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఎంత? 43,200 పే చేసింది. అయితే ఇది ఎట్ ఏ టైం ఐటీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు డిడక్షన్ ఇయ్యరు. మనకు డిడక్షన్ ఉంది కదా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఆన్ లోన్ అని, ఆ డిడక్షన్ ఈ మొత్తం అమౌంట్ ఇయ్యదన్నమాట. సో దాన్ని ఏం చేస్తుంది? ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అని అంటారు. సో ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే 5 ఈక్వల్ ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్స్ కింద డివైడ్ చేస్తారు. ఎన్ని ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్స్? 5 ఈక్వల్ ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్స్ కింద డివైడ్ చేసి ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ 8,640 డిడక్షన్ ఇస్తుంది. ఆమె ఎప్పటి వరకు అయితే ఇన్కమ్ రెంట్ ట్యాక్స్ పే చేస్తుందో ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ 8,640 డిడక్షన్ ఇస్తుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, తర్వాత ఏమైంది? కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అయిపోయాక ఆ ఇల్లు ఏం చేసింది? ఆమె రెంట్కి ఇచ్చేసింది కదా 1/4/2000 to 31st March 2020. ఈ ఇయర్లో ఆమె ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఈ ఇయర్లో కూడా పే చేయాలి కదా. సో 1,80,000 into 12%, సో 21,600. ఇది కరెంట్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్. సో ఇది ఎట్లయినా మనం డిడక్షన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం. సో 21,600 ప్లస్ 8,640 మొత్తం కలిపి ఎంత? 30,240 ఇంట్రెస్ట్. ఓకే, ఈ ఇయర్లో ఆమె ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ హౌస్ ప్రాపర్టీ క్యాల్కులేట్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి ఈ ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ప్లస్ కరెంట్ ఇయర్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ 21,600. సో 30,240 ఈజ్ అలౌడ్ యాజ్ డిడక్షన్. ఓకేనా? సో ఈ పీరియడ్లో అయితే ఆమె ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ హౌస్ ప్రాపర్టీ చేయలేదు కదమ్మా. ఎప్పుడైతే ఆమె ఇల్లు రెంట్కి ఇస్తుందో అప్పుడే ఆ ఇయర్ తర్వాతనే ఆమె ఏం చేయగలుగుతుంది? ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ హౌస్ ప్రాపర్టీ చేయగలుగుతుంది. అందుకే ఈ ప్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ కూడా ఇక్కడ మనం డిడక్షన్గా ఇవ్వాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఓకే, క్లియరా? సో ఈ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ విషయంలో ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కాల్ చేసి ఒకసారి అడగండి. Okay, interest clear kada? So GAV is also clear na, that is 99,000. So next what we have to do, table. Okay, so computation of Srimati Sonia Karuna income from house property for the assessment year 2020 and 21. So gross annual value is how much? 99,000. Municipal taxes 6,000 minus 1,000 advance we have to deduct. So 94,000, that is net annual value. Deduction under section 24, standard deduction under section 24A. On this net annual value we have to calculate the 30%. Interest on loan under section 24B, 30,240. Okay, now both you have to add. So 58,440 you have to deduct. So income from house property is how much? 35,560. Okay, this is situation 2. If standard rent is given, what happens, ma'am? Only one step will be difference. Only one step will be difference. Clear?